do we turn the camera? There it is.
In a minute. I know. We got to be ready. Milkshake. That's actually fruit. Let's go, boys. The milkshake. Let's go, dogs. Josh, get in. Get back! Good stuff, boys. Good pressure. That's all right. That's all right. Hey, wait enough together, you guys. Wait enough.
Fresno versus
Hello and welcome to the D1AA PAC Western Rugby Conference third place match taking place between Fresno State and University of Nevada, Reno. On your screen on the right hand side in black is Fresno State. On the left hand side in blue and white is UNR. This is day 2 of matches between PAC Western Rugby teams. Yesterday, UNR lost to a very strong Chico State, while Fresno State fell in a very close match against Stanford. And just like that, I think Fresno State's going to open up the game with a score underneath the posts. Waiting on a number confirmation. That's number 11 for Fresno, Josh Jacobson. Kicking the conversion is number 10, Isaiah Kruse. And that conversion's good. Fresno State's going to go up 7-0.
Come on, guys. Let's get another one. Let's go, boys. Get another one.
Today's match official is Patrick Mulholland. He's a Chico State student. ARing is Jack Mulholland, as well as the league commissioner, James Fonda. So just a recap of yesterday's matches, UNR fell to a very strong Chico State team. I believe it was 79-15. Yes. Reno's been facing a lot of injuries this year. One of their star players, Mario Diaz, out with a meniscus injury, absolutely affected him. Fresno State also falling to Stanford. There's a problem with the player registration. They're fly half unable to compete due to player eligibility issues. And slight knock on there. Referee Pat Mulholland playing advantage. Fresno State looks to go wide. Fixes his man. Goes back inside. Slight knock on there. Referee playing advantage there. Determines no advantage gained is going to play the scrum to UNR. Just looking at our roster for today's game, the UNR team led off by prop Graham Holton, hooker Javier Perez, prop Clement Fares, lock Ryan Mize, other lock Adam Sporkin, flanker Brent Gray, other flanker Nicholas Taylor, 8-man Eston Flores, scrum half Alex Leadus. UNR looking to play the ball wide. Skip pass does not have the strength to make it. Handled anyway by UNR, brought down about 2 meters behind the scrum gain line. Quick steal by Fresno. That's been one of their strengths this season, is getting poaches at the breakdown. Fresno looking to play quick, attacking that weak side channel. Great offload by Fresno's 10, Isaiah Cruse. Referees determine penalty for offside. UNR has to go back 10. Look for Fresno either to kick to touch or, as they did yesterday, when they find that their lineout wasn't working, they switched to a quick tap only. With Alex Frias back on the field, delivers a touch, does not make it to touch. UNR counter kicks, and it gets back behind Fresno's defensive line. Watch for a counterattack here. They have plenty of time. Ooh, knock on there. Unforced arrow. Straight into UNR's hands, but they can't capitalize on the turnover. Referee signals for a scrum to UNR. As we'll continue the Nevada continuing on our UNR roster at number 9, Alex Leadus, 10, Gino Gandolfo, number 11, Christian Martinez, number 12, Michael Constancion, number 13, Brandon Wright, number 14, Daniel Miller, at fullback, William Hayden, and their reserves are Dalton Taylor and Mitch Guyman. Looks like we have a maul formed right now. But so that's a stalled maul. Fresno using their pack weight to stop the attacking maul. It will give them the scrum feed. So while we're at the scrum, we're going to take a look at Fresno State's forward pack. Coming in at prop, CJ Bonuelos, hooker, Joe Krieger, prop, Dallas Ruth, locks, Jay Miranda and Ben Partlow, open side flankers. Ooh, breakaway attack here by Fresno State, offload attempted. Referee says no knock on there, play on. Playing advantage for a high tackle as well. Fresno on the front foot. No advantage coming. Stops it for dangerous play. Fresno State wants to continue to play on, but penalty must be taken through the mark.
Hustle back, Kyler.
We're going to continue on with the Fresno State forward pack. Flankers is Julian Herrera and Jordan Diaz, and rounding out at 8 is Kyler Lauren.
Hey, David.
Isaiah Cruse looking to kick to touch, and he makes it that time well inside the 22. This is going to be a great attacking opportunity for Fresno State. While we're waiting for the lineout, let's take a look at Fresno State's back line. At scrum half is Rodney Wilkerson, number 10, Isaiah Cruse, 11, Josh Jacobson, 12, Seth Olvera, 13, Ray Aguirre, 14, David Torres, and at fullback, Robert Medina. Cruse, skip pass to 13, loop Lost in transition. Referees determine it's gone backwards. They're keeping play alive here. We have a 3-on-3. Goes wide. UNR tackle opposing wing Ray Aguirre out of bounds. It's going to be a UNR line out. So tough break for Fresno State there. They're on the front foot. A little bit of lapse in that execution on the skip loop pass. Javier Perez with the throw in. They go a front line out, go wide. Pass does not reach it. They look to clear to space, and they do, moving that line out about 7 to 8 meters ahead of the original line out. Referees determined not available for a quick line out, so they're going to go back to the original mark there. We'd like to take a moment to remind you that the PAC Western Conference Championship match will be taking place at 12:45 today. It's going to be streamed on the same YouTube channel. Fresno State with the throw-in goes over. UNR collects it. Alex Friz gets the strip, but ball pops loose. Referee playing advantage for the knock-on in that strip there. No advantage gained. It's going to be a UNR scrum. And UNR not realizing that it's a scrum penalty, or a scrum knock-on rather than a full penalty, tries to take it quick.
Hey, eyes up. Big drive. Big drive. Coach. 5. Set. It's ours! It's ours!
Some nice fluid play there by Fresno State, bringing it a couple meters past the gain line. They go with a crash ball to their lock, number 4, Jay Miranda. Does well to advance past the gain line for another meter. Go with another crash ball to CJ Banuelos. Spring it out wide to the backs now, finding space. Half gap there. Ball's lost in contact. UNR with possession. Referee playing advantage for the knock-on. Great steal there by Fresno, but referee says no advantage gained from the previous knock-on. So we're going to go back to a UNR scrum. So player to watch here for Fresno State is the link-up between number 9 scrum half Rodney Wilkinson and Isaiah Crusade. That's going to be probably our key to the match today. If they can get that hookup correct, there's definitely space out wide. Both these teams played very, very physical games yesterday. UNR played Chico State. Fresno State played Stanford. They'll be playing later on today at 12:45 on the same field. UNR with the feed goes out to the backs. Loop pass with a skip out to the outside center. Ball lost in contact. Fresno State has the opportunity to counterattack now. What do they do with it? Quick ball up the middle. Wilkerson looking to pass out to the weak side. Chip kick down. Another kick and in for this try. Fantastic job there by Isaiah Crusade, seeing the gap behind the defensive line. Nice scrubber kick down and in for the score. Easy as you like. Fresno State up by 2 tries now. Fresno State ahead with their second try of the day. So one of these things you got to enjoy about these third place matches is a lot of the pressure's already taken off. These players are just playing for fun to close out their very strong seasons that they've had in the PAC West Conference play. Gino Gandolfo has a high arcing kick, makes it 10 meters. Caught by Fresno State. Good offload there in contact. Fresno State on the front foot here, looking to attack further. Pass given to hooker Joe Krieger. Does well to break the gain line. Fresno State looking strong here. Look for them to pass out to the wings. They're looking for space out wide. Do they have the hands? Yes, they do. Man overlap. That last pass just not good. Referee says play on. A tackle made. Looking to reset with a crash ball to Jordan Diaz. And a second crash ball to prop CJ Bandos. Offloads it to Joe Krieger. Fresno State's playing a very good brand of rugby. Free-flowing and consistent. Excellent offload right there. A third offload. A fourth. Easy as you like for a second try of the day, Isaiah Crusay. That's an absolute team try there. 5 offloads, full flowing free rugby. That's what you want to see in games like these. Conversion kick from Isaiah Crusay to come. And we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for the PAC Western Rugby Conference Championship. Downtown Chico Business Association, providing all business needs for local Chico State businesses. If you'd like to cross-promote with a town, contact the Downtown Chico Business Association. Thank you so much for your support in this tournament and making this game happen. Conversion kick by Isaiah Crusay, good. With that conversion kick, Fresno State's up now 17-0. Restart kick. I'm good. Restart kick from Gino Gandolfo to come. High arcing kick. Caught cleanly by Fresno State. Fly half C, space deep, and there is. That is an excellent attacking kick, putting tons of pressure on Nevada. They're back inside their own 22 now. Fresno State playing fearsome attacking, pressuring defense here. Can Nevada hold on and clear their lines? Ball's charged down and kicked. No offsides rule. That's a tall lumbering lock, giving the offload. And just like that, UNR steals back possession. Look for them to clear their lines. No, they'll try and run it out. He will not be stopped. Referee playing advantage for the knock-on. Referee says there's no advantage there. He's going to go back. We have an injured UNR player on the field here. So referee's going to go back. We'll see if he stops time to try and get the injured player off. Looks to be a mild leg cramp issue with the knee. Referee says time off. They're going to substitute him out off the field. Going on the field now for UNR is Dalton Taylor out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Stop hopping. Stop hopping. Stop hopping. Stop hopping. Here, I got you.
All right, and we're back. UNR with the scrum feed. That's Alex Salidas out of Sacramento, California. Fresno State having a strong physical scrum here, but UNR does their best to keep possession and go out to the backs. Inside center crash. And they go with a crack to reverse the direction. Quick box kick trying to relieve pressure. No one back home. Well, that's a strong run by Fresno there by outside center Ray Aguirre. Referee sees the knock on, and it's going to be a scrum to UNR.
Hey, big scrum again! DJ, bend your knees for it. Absolutely. It's not here. Absolutely, because you got this big frame. So boom. So just hold it on top of the head. Basically, come here. In front of his body, but it's like back here. Yeah. It looks like he's doing a free kick.
Scrum feed in. Fresno has the stronger scrum, and they're using it. And they've regained Fresno's stolen possession there. They go to look out wide. Skip pass there. Fullback comes in, but tackle's made for a chance. They have an overload here. Great tackling defense by Brandon Rake. Strong run by Fresno's lock, Ryan Mayers. And his opposing lock, Adam Sportkin, does well to pass the gain line. This is strong rugby from Fresno now. They've been putting together, and we have the chip chase back behind. No one's back there. And that conversion kick by Alex Leas is good. Fresno State up with their third try. Fresno leads against UNR 25-0.
Next game, 4? He said, I'm retired today. I agree. You sore or what?
What's that?
You sore or what?
My knees shoot 1 game a week.
I did too.
I'll run A off.
Fresno State looks to go wide here. Unforced error there. And it's going to be a scrum to UNR.
His commentary would be crazy. I feel like Kelly says stuff like it would be annoying to play. It's because he knows the game. He's just smart at Let's go, get low! Low, CJ! CJ, get lower!
Referee Pat Mulholland not happy with the early engagement. Is going to award a free kick to Fresno. And they look to go wide.
There you go, Jordan. Hey, keep. Oh, high tackle.
High tackle. Referee immediately sees it, goes to award the penalty. And I think he's going to go to his pocket here. Yeah, he is. That looks like it's going to be a yellow card for a high tackle. So UNR is going to play the next 10 minutes without their lock. Number 5, Adam Sporkin out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
We let him stand.
Oh, he avoided the executioner there. Referee determined that the penalty wasn't severe enough to warrant a yellow card, so we're going to play on with just a warning. Fresno State going with a 5-man lineout.
I'm alright. My ankle's like kind of over.
Fresno State goes to a back lineout lift. Tipped high up in the air. Brought down by Fresno. They're going to play on. Brought into a maul. But Fresno State still retains possession. That's a great, powerful run by the Fresno State 8-man. He makes it 25 meters into the try zone. That's Kyler Lauren. Powerful run, 2 tackles broken, and Fresno State are on a roll right now.
I love all the laughter on the sideline.
That's a great line.
Conversion kick by Isaiah Crusade, good, and Fresno State's going to keep on rolling.
What's next, boys? What's next?
That's another unforced error from Fresno. It's going to be another UNR scrum.
Scrum, big scrum. Again. Again.
Paul, you need some
Hey,
sunscreen?
Julian, call it
Do you need
early.
sunscreen?
I already put some on. Thank you.
Alright.
So a bit of an unusual scrum here. The usual prop, Clement Ferris, is going to be playing at 8-man now. Fresno State with a clean win. Goes out wide. There's tons of space there. Offloads it to the 10. We have a 2-on-1. Do they have the space out wide? That they do. They're advancing. Does he have the speed? He doesn't, but he does have the offload. Isaiah Cruz is going to get a no. Is there any shot at all? You always know a player's having a great game when they score a hat trick, but to have one in one half, that's just something else. Fresno State is rolling right now, and they cannot be stopped. And that conversion kick from Cruz is good, and Fresno State are going to keep on rolling.
James, is that good?
We'd like to take a moment to thank one of our tournament sponsors, Chico Florist. If you're in town and in need of flowers, think of Chico Florist for all your floral arrangements. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring PAC Western Rugby and Chico State Men's Rugby for the last 4 years.
Eyes up.
That's a high, deep kick to Fresno State. This time they're able to keep it under control, and they look to attack. Rodney Wilkerson with the feed to their lock. He bumps through one. I think that's Ben Partlow, and yeah, it is. He does a great job breaking the gain line, getting about 6-7 meters. Fresno State really starting to roll now. Attempted offload there. A little bit of a handling error from UNR there. Referee Pat Mulholland playing advantage, and Fresno State's happy to play on and try and go wide. Isaiah Cruz, 4 broken tackles and an offload. Does a great job of moving the ball into space. Fresno State looking to attack wide, and there's plenty of space out there. A little bit of a handling error there. Ball knocked on out of bounds. Referee's going to go with a scrum award to UNR. That's pretty much been the story of this first half. A couple of handling errors from Fresno State, giving the ball back to UNR, and then Fresno State out-muscling them in the set pieces and capitalizing when they do maintain possession. So, folks, for the next 2-3 minutes, we're going to go ahead and mute the audio as we have a train passing behind us. UNR looks to kick to touch, and they find it. Fresno State. Referee says no quick line out allowed. Fresno State looking like they're going to go with their full line out, bringing in the extra heavies that were sitting in the back line. Fresno State looks to play out wide. Inside center sees nothing on, goes to take possession, recycle ball out. Look for them to go wide again, and they do. Flat inside pass. Back to the scrum half, Rodney Wilkerson. Does well. With their scrum half in trouble, Fresno State decides to take the pick and jam. Slows the ball down a little bit, but gives UNR a chance to reset their lines. Does not matter, though, because Jordan Diaz makes a few hard meters breaking the gain line. Fresno State's going to look and try and rough and tumble it in from here. Referee playing advantage for a high tackle. That's number 8 advancing. Another pick and jam. We're still under advantage here, folks, and they're going to try and use it going out wide. Referee sees that there's no advantage there. They go with a quick tap, and it's going to be an easy try closer to the sticks by number 8, Kyler Lauren. So that kick conversion's good, Isaiah Cruse. So we just learned that UNR's 8-man Eston Flores has been sent off for a yellow card for infringements near the goal line. So UNR is going to play a man down. And we're getting pretty close to half here, folks. So we'd like to take a moment to thank one of our other sponsors, Chico Chiropractic Center, for sponsoring this tournament. Chico Chiropractic Center, the home of all your North State chiropractic needs. Thank you very much for sponsoring this tournament. Fantastic knifing run from Fresno's 13. Ray Aguirre does well to advance. Fresno State looking to pass it out wide now. Jordan Diaz takes the ball, passes it to the wing, and he has open space for days ahead of him. And he'll be in for the score. That's Josh Jacobson making it look easy there. He's trying to make that kick easy for his 10, and he does so well. Try under the post. Fresno State rolling over UNR. Conversion kick good. Isaiah Cruse is done very well for himself this half. Has a hat trick, couple of assists, making the majority of his conversions. Referee signals halftime, and we're going to pause right here, folks. We'll be back in a few minutes.